to Lehecys TV Chemistry Short Clinic. Now, in this clinic, we are going to use a learning tool that I call chemical petals. Chemical petals are just flower petals that are drawn, and we are going to use them to learn about one of the families in organic chemistry. We call it alkanes. Instead of memorizing notes on alkanes, I am using these petals to organize the key things that we need to know about alkanes around the central idea, which is alkanes. So you can see at the center of our flower is the word alkanes, and then the key things that we need to know about alkanes fall in 8 categories. So we have a total of 8 petals. Then we come and start highlighting the key things, and we start with the first petal, which is giving us the general formula of alkanes. Alkanes normally have a general formula of CnH2n plus 2, where N is the number of carbon atoms that the alkane contain. Then we move to the second petal, where we talk about the structure. This second petal reminds us that alkanes contain single covalent bonds between carbon atoms, so that anytime I find an organic compound with single bonds between carbon atoms, then I know that that is an alkane, and therefore we are able to tell the structure of the alkane. You can see that general structure: carbon atoms arranged in a line, and the bonds are single. Then petal 3 talks about the nature. All alkanes are saturated hydrocarbons because they contain the maximum possible number of hydrogen atoms. Then in the fourth petal, we remember the naming of the alkanes. Alkanes, when they are named, their names end with ane, the suffix ane, how their names end. And then in petal 5, we now talk about examples of alkanes from the first member of the alkane family. We have methane. You can see the name ending in ane. Then the second member is ethane. Again, you can see the name ends in ane. The third member of alkane family is butane. The name ends in ane. And then we move on like that. Then petal 6 highlights the chemical properties of alkanes. They are generally unreactive, so they undergo substitution reactions. Petal 7 reminds us that alkanes burn in oxygen, and during combustion they give carbon dioxide, that is CO2, and water. Then the eighth petal highlights some important uses of alkanes as fuels, as lubricants, as solvents, and as raw materials in organic synthesis. Now you can see that by arranging the information like this on petals, like a flower, you don't just memorize chemistry, you understand and remember it more. Try creating your own chemical petals for the other organic compounds such as alkenes, alkynes, alkanols, carboxylic acids, and esters. Thank you for learning with Lehecys TV. See you next time.